Hey YouTube, Catman Awesome here. I went to locals today. I had a pretty fun time. I got some new stuff. I figured I'd share it with you guys, because some of it's stuff I just bought because brought up memories, and I figured I could do something with that, be a little bit more personal with you guys, because this isn't a business relationship, we're friends. I want you guys to think of me as a friend, not think of me as that guy on YouTube. Because I'm not making YouTube money. And I'm not going to get partnered. And I know I'm not. So you can all know that you're my loyal fans. I enjoy knowing that people watch my videos and people, I hopefully enjoy me for me. So let's see how that goes. But start with some of the worst of times with my memories. I picked up this Insect Queen today. Because this reminded me of when I was a little kid. And most people would go, well, that doesn't sound like such a terrible idea. That doesn't sound bad. Oh, you didn't know me when I was a little kid. I was the spoiled little brat. And I say that about myself. I'm afraid to hear what other people have to say about me. But I remember going into Walmart with my grandma, and I saw this card in the tin, because the tins had just came out for this, the hexagonal tin with the Insect Queen, which I still have the tin. I don't know what happened to the card. But I had just seen the episode with Joey. Speaking of which, there's the same thing. But and he just won Weevil's Insect Queen, and I was like, I have to have it, Grandma, I have to. And she said, no, I'm not going to buy that, that's disgusting, because she doesn't like bugs. She thought that thing looked creepy, and I agree with her. It's a very nasty looking animal. This thing's pretty useless, too. It's a pretty terrible card. But I had to have it. And I had to have it so bad that I broke down and cried right there. In the middle of a Walmart. There are people trying to shop and trying to enjoy themselves. I didn't care. That should say something about me. But And it does. It speaks volumes of how I used to be. And I like to think that I've grown up and I'm a different person. I'm a better person for it. But that's my little story with Insect Queen. I figured we'd get the bad times out of the way. Parasite was the same way. I'd just seen the episode. A friend of mine pulled it. And he traded it to me. Well, then he came and he told me one day. He said, oh, I have to have that card back. I have to have the card back. My mom said she bought it for me. And I have to have it back. If I don't show her that I still have it, I'm going to get in trouble. So I said, all right. And I gave it back to him. He gave me back my stuff. And I asked about it a couple of weeks later, like, oh, can we trade now since you've had it for a while? And he's like, oh, I would, but my brother, he got a hold of it and he tore it up and he glued it to the inside of the trash can. Now that I'm a young adult, I understand that's stupid and that was a lie and that was his way of saying I don't want to trade it. But that made me so mad because that card was so cool and I wanted it so bad. And also, if you've ever seen the OCG artwork of this, it is so much more gruesome. If you ever get a chance, just look up Parasite OCG artwork. It actually has it like coming out of the guy's face, not just the parasite itself. But anyway, that was something I like to do. Grave Robber, another Joey card. Why do Joey cards bring up bad memories? But I remember I had my grandma buy me one of these. I don't know if it was a super or not. It might have been, and I might just have a second one now. But I remember she bought me one of these. I thought it was the coolest card ever. And I was so mad when I got it. Because when Joey plays it in the show, he just gets to play a spell card out of the graveyard. With this one, if you play it out of your hand, then you take 2,000 points of direct damage. And if it's your opponent's turn, you can't activate the spell card and it's put back in their graveyard at the end of the turn. So you have to use this card on your turn. It's so terrible. And, it really did. It made me mad. But I saw it and was like, Joey's cool. I'll take Grave Robber. Which I'm surprised they never made a card, like a monster card with this guy in it. He's just a trap card. It's kind of weird. Now on to the best of times. Change of Heart, ultra rares. I traded for these today because I had to have them. $3 a piece. Heck yeah. Change of Heart was Bakora's spirit card. For those of you who remember Duelist Kingdom, all out of the people who will watch this. Well, I take that back. Most people should know that if they watched the show. That was Bakora's deal. He was Rayo Bakora and he was evil. He played this card and it showed that he was both evil and good. It's kind of cool. Made me happy. This is the one Joey card I got that made me happy. Graceful Dice. Because I remember my grandma ordered me Graceful Dice and Skull Dice forever ago, and I used to play them all the time. Because it was the coolest card ever. Come on. I'm going to raise my monster's attacks by 600 points, and lower your monster's attack and defense by 300 points. I win every battle. Double Spells. This card, I'd heard of it with the reprints. It's kind of a weird card. I know these kind of things, but I didn't hear about this one until Yugi's World came out, and I saw that he had the Ultra Magician's Force First Edition, and he had the Ultra Dark Revelations, I think. Yeah, Dark Revelations one. And this card's pretty cool. You discard a spell from your hand, select a spell from your opponent's graveyard, and activate it from the graveyard as your spell card. So it's like, oh no, that's cool. You activate a Monster Reborn, I'll just use that. And if they don't negate double spell, they can't do anything about it because it's from their graveyard. They can't solemn it because it's out of their graveyard. So, well, they might be able to. I'm not sure. I think you have to be able to destroy it to negate it, but still, pretty cool card. Penalty game. I got this just to spite a friend, which is really mean. That also speaks volumes about me, but it's because he's always telling me the wrong prices on things. He's always making me mad. I can never win. You know, if I want to get a trade with him, then I have to, you know, tell him the card's worth $20 just to get him to trade it when it's only worth $5, and he'll tell me his is still worth $40 when it's only worth $3. So it's pretty pathetic. But he bought 3 of these in the rares, and he said he spent $9. I bought one in the ultimate for 50 cents. I do really want to rub it in his face. I probably will one of these days, but anyway, this card does have really cool artwork. It's got a pretty cool effect. If your opponent has 4 cards in their hand, select and activate one of the following effects. Your opponent cannot draw during their next draw phase, or they can't activate and spell trap cards during their turn. So if you use the first effect and they have no draw cards in their hand, and you have a second one, you can use them both. Yeah, so one right after the other and really mess them up. But XYZ Dragon Cannon, Ultra Art Kaiba Pack. Saw it in the hollow box again, 50 cents. Why not? I've been looking for this artwork of XYZ Dragon Cannon since Kaiba Pack came out. So that shows you how long I've been trying to find one of these. Still pretty cool. I have 2 of the Ultras. One's the Magician's Force. One of them's first edition, the other one's not. This one's first edition. I have to get XY. That's it. I have all the other ones. So get XY, I got them all. It's pretty cool. Relinquished. I got this one because it's got a weird cut to it. As you can see, the edge over here is a lot shorter, and down here it's a lot thinner, and up here and down through here is a lot thicker. It's the only reason I got it. They had a whole bunch of them in the box. I collect Relinquished. When we get to do my binder, not if, when we get to do my binder, you guys will get to see my Relinquished collection. And if you like Relinquished, then you'll like my binder, because I have 12 Relinquished in there and 4,000 Eyes Restrict. I collect Relinquished, because Pegasus almost beat Yugi with Relinquished. It was the only time he really almost got beat. It's kind of cool. Summon Skull Ultra, again, nostalgia. I never had the Ultra of this artwork. I've had the Supers. Actually, I haven't had an Ultra Super Summon Skull yet. I haven't had the Ultra of the other artwork either. But it was 50 cents in the common box. Metal Raiders, pretty cool. Air Hummingbird, got it because I have everything else in Super, except for Twinkle or Glomoss in this, so I figured, that'll get me one closer. Thunder Giant, parallel rare. I think I talked about, with my first hero deck, how much I liked Thunder Giant. He was the first hero, second hero I ever saw on TV, because first was the Flame Wingman, but then Thunder Giant. And Thunder Giant was cool to me because he's just so big and so strong, and he's got that lightning smash and all that cool stuff, so he's pretty awesome. And finally, to round out my cool collector's pieces I got this weekend, Shinado, King of a Higher Plane. Again, TV show nostalgia. If you guys remember Noah, when they went to the video game world the second time, he was Seto Kaiba's stepbrother. He was Gozabura Kaiba's real son, and he played Shinado. And Shinado, in the show, they made him so good that everybody had to have him. And this one's beat the crap, but for 50 cents, it was a sweet deal. And I do have the ritual for it somewhere. So one of these days, I am going to get some more of these, and I am going to build a deck that just makes Shinado super fast. So that would be a cool deck to run, just to see how people react to a weird giant fairy deck. That's it for stuff I got today that is collector's piece. Now on to stuff that I want to deck build with. I figured I'd talk to you guys about this. I got Venatus. I got the white goat. I got the black goat. I got Odin. I got Loki. I got 2 Thors. I'm going to play Nordics. I am. I just have to get 1 more Odin. So if you guys can help me get 1 more Odin, 2 of the black goat, 2 of the white goat, 1 Venatus. Most of the stuff I can get from friends and stuff, and from locals at trading and whatnot. But I just need help to get some of this stuff. My friend will probably never trade his Nordic stuff, so he just won't, because he runs it in his weird Synchro stun deck. So I just want him because I really want to make a deck that can just make Thor or Odin really fast. Because I am a Marvel fan, I am a comic book fan, so Thor is cool to me, Loki's cool to me, Odin's cool to me. But not only for that, but I do like Norse mythology. It is a kind of unique thing to look at. They got some really weird stories, like there's the one where Thor loses his hammer, and he has to be a woman. Those and Swedes, I don't know. They're not Swedish. I shouldn't say that. That's wrong. They're Norwegian. No, they're just the area. The area up there is their old mythology is some. There's got some weird stuff in it, but it's really neat stuff to look at. In other news, I do want to build Jinzo OTK, and I got what was it I got today? I got Worm King, because I do want to build worms. I got a Machine King with the white lettering, and to match my Machine King with white lettering, I got Dark Spirit of the Silent, which has black lettering, is a super rare trap. It's kind of weird. I think it's a misprint, but I'm not 100% on that, because I've seen all of them have this. They're all from the same set. It's all the same way. But I'm just wondering why it has the black letter, because it's not like a champion pack or a tournament pack, I don't think. Nope, it's Labyrinth of Nightmare. But the Machine King's Duelist League, that's why it's got white lettering. I got Mist Valley Shaman today, because Mist Valley Shaman's pretty cool, and I've had Cryomancer, and I just wanted both the good secret tuners from Hidden Arsenal 1, because I have to get Mistworm, but I have Bryonak, and if I get who is the good ally tuner for them? Anyway, if I find out which one was the good ally tuner for them, I want to get that too, just so I can have them all, so I can directly link them up. It's kind of cool. I got Light and Darkness Dragon today, and TG Blade Blaster. So now I have Wonder Magician, Blade Blaster, and Hyper Librarian. So maybe one of these days I'll build TG Syncs. I got a Zeta Reticulant today. It's a Dark Fairy, that's why I got it. It's pretty cool. I got Symphonic Warrior drums, so now I have all the Symphonic Warriors, and I do collect these because I do like the whole musical look to them. I got a Krista today. It's funny because I traded a Krista to a guy, and then turned around and got another Krista. It's pretty awesome. Junk Archer. Now all I need is Junk Berserker, and I have them all. I got the Karibo tokens, because I got the Gores token, so I haven't had to buy a Legendary Collection. I've already got all the good stuff out of it. Got us a win from the McDonald's pack. It's a super from a McDonald's pack. And it's a pretty good card. Spiritual Light Art Hijiri. I never heard of this one before. It lets you special summon. It lets you tribute a light monster. You target a banished monster. Your opponent can, and if your opponent reveals a trap card from their hand, it negates it. Otherwise, you get to special summon that monster. It's pretty awesome. I got a Banisher of the Light. I only got this one because if you look, the text is moved down, ever so slightly, and I thought that was kind of cool. Yeah, and that's it for all the new stuff I got today. But, yeah, just, comment, rate, subscribe, hit me up on DN, Fish098, and I'll see you guys later.